Ohsweken Outlaws Racing League, coming to you live from Barberville, Florida at the VOLUSIA Speedway Park, here on 3-9 Streaming and Turn 5 Media, brought to you by Stricklands GM out of Brantford. My name is Steve Ovens, saying welcome to tonight's coverage here from the VOLUSIA Speedway Park. A fast and sweeping half mile. Really racy surface here, home of the Dirt Car Nationals each and every February. And tonight it is all part of the Race to Rivalz Mini Series here as cars are on the racetrack for their practice session as we speak. And we're going to have racing and qualifying for you here in just a moment. Want to thank Stricklands, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, and Cadillac for bringing you coverage here from the VOLUSIA Speedway Park. Let's take a look at some of the practice speeds and see who's quick so far. And the top three guys on the top of the leaderboard right now, no surprise at all. Right now, your fast timer in practice so far, Brett Michalski aboard the 73 with a time of 13.664 seconds. Jordan Hack right now with a time of 13.734 seconds. Braden Fensel right now, the king of the Outlaws, a 13.750 second lap. Jeff Flaro right now with a 13.75 and a 6. And right now, Bruce Hilton, top 5, with a 13.797 second lap. Cars on the racetrack right now for practice. We'll have time trials for you here in just a moment. Everybody, welcome into live coverage here. Driver's meeting get ready to take place in just about 3 minutes from now. As you see Bruce Hilton aboard the Ryan Blaney Family Foundation, Raceflix.com, number 10 out on the racetrack. He's currently 5th fastest in that number 10. Mohawk Northeast on the side of the 10. As Field's going to be wrapping up hot laps here in just about 2 to 3 minutes. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got here as far as the heats. What we've got for the breakdown for those. We're going to start off tonight with our 8-lap heat races. We will invert 4 from time trials. We'll take 4 cars to the feature event. So we've got 8-lap heat races for you tonight. We'll get into, after the heat races, we'll go through the alphabet soup of the mains. Followed by a 5-minute warm-up session, and Cody Olson's going to join us during the warm-up session, the new race director for the Rivalz Elite Series. So we'll hear from him in just a little bit, as he's going to kind of tell us a little bit about his role, and quite an accomplished racer himself in his own right. So we'll talk to him about that in just a little bit. If you're just joining the coverage here on the live stream tonight, 3-9 Streaming, Turn 5 Media, bringing you live coverage here from the VOLUSIA Speedway Park. My name is Steve Ovens. Here in the broadcast booth, Brad Ovens running the controls for us, our executive producer in the 3-9 Streaming Studios in Penn Yan, New York. Couple of Central New York dirt guys bringing you coverage here this evening. Want to send a big shout out to Rick Scott and all the folks from Stricklands, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, and Cadillac in Brantford, Ontario, for sponsoring all of the live streaming coverage here for the Race to Rivals Mini Series. Drivers just about wrapping up here with hot laps in just another minute or so. Drivers will be getting ready here to go for their time trial run here with the Ohsweken Outlaws Racing League. They will have 2 laps in time trials. Once everybody has had an opportunity to take their 2-lap time trial run, they will go ahead and move things along. They do have a drivers meeting coming up here in just a moment before we get time trials underway. Of course, time trials always the best way to get your night started off on the right foot. And while we get ready for that drivers meeting, let's go ahead and tell you a little bit about the schedule here for the Race to Rivals Mini Series. This is a 5-race series and then a championship night afterwards. So tonight we are at the VOLUSIA Speedway Park for week number 3 of the Renegade Division for the Race to Rivals Mini Series. So we are here at the VOLUSIA Speedway Park tonight. Next Monday night at 9:30, we will go to the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway, followed by October 14th. And those races are actually going to be moving to a Tuesday night. So October 8th and then October 15th, we'll go to Charlotte and Knoxville. And then championship night will be at the Eldora Speedway. So we've got all that great stuff coming up for you. So drivers meeting currently underway. We're going to take just a quick listen into that, and we will have time trials with updates for you here in just a moment. All right, folks, you see cars are going to start making their way out onto the racetrack here for their time trial. So cars making their way out onto the racetrack. One driver chose to take their time trial lap while the drivers meeting was going on. So Casey Askew will be getting an EOL for the heat race, which is going to put him behind a little bit here tonight, but you cannot do your time trial lap while the league. Braden Finsel out of Astoria, Ohio, as he streaks across the line, currently 5th fastest in time trials for the driver of the F1. So a good lap there. Next up, we're going to take a look at Brett Michalski. Is he a hot one here with the Ohsweken Outlaws Racing League, and right now he is up on top of the board. So let's take a look at the leaderboard as they stand right now. Up on top of the board is Brett Michalski, 13.677 seconds. That's 1-3 with a 6, 7, and a 7 for Brett Michalski aboard car number 73. Chad Cote in car number 11 right now with a 13.767 second lap. Skylar Castor. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you right now tonight, driver of the 18, Skylar Castor, got 2 top 10 finishes to start out this Race to Rivals mini series, and he has been knocking on the door these first 2 races And now, right now, third fastest in time trials. Keep your eyes on car number 18 tonight. Skylar Castor doing a great job here for his team as he has joined up. He has joined up with Finsel and I want to say it was Michalski, those guys on a race team. Steven Goldner right now, fourth fastest in car number 30 with a 13.771 second lap. And just behind him, Connor Ross aboard car number 35 with a 13.77 and a 7 there, 13.777 for Connor Ross. Stricklands, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, and Cadillac bringing you live coverage here of the Ohsweken Outlaws Racing League, the Race to Rivals Mini Series. That's coming up here in the middle of October. If you want to get a team signed up for the Rivalz Elite Series, $1,000 for a four-man team, $250 per driver, and boy, $250 per driver. But I'll tell you, you have got some great opportunities to take home some cash prizes and a point fund there at the end of the Rivalz Elite Series. You're not going to want to miss that. Be sure to check that out and you can check out their weekly show, Rivalz Chat, as well. So be sure to check all of that out with the great Adam Ross as well as Clinton Jeffries. So be sure to check that out here. And they'll be airing tomorrow night. And we'll have not a live replay, but we'll have video highlights here from tonight's Race to Rivals mini-series on Rivalz Chat. So be sure to check that out on Tuesday night. All right, it looks like most cars have been able to put their time trial laps down. Looks like just a couple of guys are kind of waiting things out here. And so we are just waiting on those couple drivers to lay their laps down. Let's take a look at 6 through 10 right now in the running order. Jeffrey Barker, Joe Backus, Braden Finsel, Jonathan Short, Jordan Hack right now, the top 10 in time trials here for our third race of the Race to Rivals mini-series. So time trials underway, and we'll be moving on here to our first heat race of the night. 8 laps will be the distance, and 4 cars out of this have been inverted based on time trials, and 4 cars, your top 4 finishers, will transfer directly into tonight's A main. So taking a look at what we have here for the racetrack. Now the racetrack was groomed and swept clean here for qualifying, and the racetrack will continue to change as we work through the rest of the racing program. Taking a look at the VOLUSIA Speedway Park, it is a half-mile in length, 4 turns here in Barberville, Florida, home of the Dirt Car Nationals, of course. And as we get ready to go racing here with our first heat race of the night, right now we've got clear skies, 82 degrees, a track temperature roughly 99 degrees as these guys get ready to go. And right now, not much of a breeze to work with, as right now the wind's only 2 miles an hour out of the north. So we are getting ready to go here for heat race number 1. And let's tell you about how they are going to line up. Starting on the pole here in heat race number 1, driving car number 39. Out of Grand Island, Nebraska, the Wharf Action Esports Vortex Wraps First Class Cleaning number 39. That's Jordan Hack. Starting to his outside, aboard car number 46. Out of Crook, South Dakota, the Dakota Ethanol Ride. That's 50 feet, Joe Backus. Joe Backus aboard car number 46. Row 2 to the inside in car number 30. That's Stephen Goldner out of St. Thomas, Ontario. Starting to his outside, aboard car number 73. Oh, he has been fast this season. Already got a win out of the Lanier National Speedway out of Pendle, Pennsylvania. That is Brett Michalski. Row 3 to the inside, aboard car number 60. The Stricklands of Brantford, Ontario sponsored machine. That is Rick Scott in car number 60 to his outside. Aboard car number 14, he spends his summers out at the Ohsweken Speedway, out on that, doing great work with our live streaming and driving the pace truck, doing whatever they need him to do out at the Ohsweken Speedway. That's Greg Boydell. Greg Boydell, or excuse me, yeah, on the live streaming. I believe last week he told us turn 2 cameraman. Greg Boydell aboard car number 14. Row 4 to the inside. It'll be car number 17 of Nathan Meadows out of Winchester, Virginia. And starting to his outside, in car number 45 is Matthew Ramsey. Matthew Ramsey in car number 45. Row number 5 to the inside. Starting his, I believe this is his first race to Rivalz event in car number 949. That's Tanner Van Doren. Tanner Van Doren in car number 949. And starting alongside him in car number 49 is Patrick Maltese. And your final row to the inside will be the 939 of Casey Askew. He will get an EOL here for time trialing during the driver's meeting. Matthew Croakey will start alongside him in car number 2. So field working through turns 3 and 4 here. I do believe we're going to be looking for the green flag this time off of turn 4. Green flag is out. And heat race number 1 for the race to Rivalz Mini Series at VOLUSIA Speedway Park is underway. Hack leads them down the back straightaway for the first time as they roll through turns 3 and 4. Joe Backus with a new paint scheme aboard that 46 machine. Currently riding in the 2 spot, but he opens up the door, and here comes Brett Michalski. Michalski, your winner from the Lanier National Speedway, takes over position number 2 as we put lap number 2 on the board. So 2 laps on the board, and it is all Jordan Hack right now. Got about a 3-4 car length advantage over Brett Michalski as they work through turns 3 and 4, puts lap number 3 on the board. And right now we've got a good battle back here for position number 3. That's Joe Backus and Steven Goldner. Goldner trying to put some pressure on Backus for that 3rd spot. They're both right now in a qualifying position. So they got to be tiptoe their way around just a little bit. Halfway home last time by. Now there'll be 3 to go, and look at Michalski. Down to the inside of Hack. He'll tuck back into line. Couldn't make it happen that time. So Hack did a great job fending off Michalski there to turn 1. Let's see what he's got in 3 and 4. Hack opens up the door one more time, but Michalski, oh, they make contact into 1. Hack is sideways, Michalski down to the inside. Here comes Backus and Goldner. Hack hung out to dry here in turn 3. He and Backus make a little bit of contact. Hack will continue on, but he's lost several spots. So that is going to move Rick Scott on the bubble. Rick Scott currently in position number 4, and he has got company. Matthew Ramsey is there. And that was the checkered flag. Boy, exciting action right here in heat race number 1. Brett Michalski picking up the win. Joe Backus finishing 2nd. Steven Goldner 3rd. Rick Scott will round out your top 4 qualifiers. Ramsey, Meadows, Van Doren, Hack, Croakey, Maltese, Boydell, Askew, and Ty Williams all have to go to the mains. Let's bring out heat race number 2 as they get gridded up here on the front straightaway. Let's tell you how they're going to start. Going away from the pole here in car number 75 out of Campbellsville, Kentucky. And it's Chase Swafford. Chase Swafford in car number 75. Starting to his outside. Calling him King of the Outlaws now out of Fostoria, Ohio. The Finsel Motorsports Slammer Sports Bar. Linder's Speed Equipment. F1, that's Braden Finsel. Row 2 to the inside. Car number 35 out of Cambridge, Ontario. That is Connor Ross. Connor Ross aboard the 35 to his outside. In car number 11, that's Chad Cote. Chad Cote in car number 11 out of Welland, Ontario, Canada. The Club 54 Tobacco 96 Designs, number 11. Row 3 to the inside, a pair of 10s. We got Ross Carinta in car number 10 out of Fisher, Minnesota. The Twisted Motorsports Dirt Division JZI Racing Photos. Number 10 to his outside. Car number 10 out of Stanley, New York. The RaceFlix.com ride for Bruce Hilton. Chris Steele aboard car number 80 will start 7th. Ryan Beagle, the big dog, will start alongside him in 8th in car number 84. The Bass Man, Roger Craig, series director here with the Ohsweken Outlaws Racing League, will start 9th to his outside. Casey Sowich in car number 27. And rounding out your field will be the 36 of Barry Goldner. Barry Goldner out of St. Thomas, Ontario. So here we go, lined up and ready to go for heat race number 2. Again, 4 cars have been inverted for the starting lineup. 8 laps is the distance. 4 cars will go to tonight's A main. The rest will have to qualify their way through the alphabet soup. Strickland GM pace truck off the speedway. Green flag is out. We're racing with heat race number 2. Field works down that D-shaped backstretch, a very unique layout here at the VOLUSIA Speedway Park. And right now your early race leader, the 75 of Swafford, but here comes Braden Finsel and Connor Ross. Connor Ross taking it down to the inside lane, right against the concrete barrier, as he's got Cote all over him in the Ohsweken Speedway number 11. Here comes Cote down the back straightaway, trying to close in on Ross for that 3rd spot. Right now, Cote is on the bubble. Cote's on the bubble here in position number 4. That would be the final transfer spot. Back behind them, battle for 5th between Bruce Hilton, Ross Carinta, and the 84. Oh, we got Carinta and Hilton make contact in turn 4. They're going to lose some spots there. That's going to move the big dog up to position number 5. He still needs one more. He's got Chris Steele behind him. And 360 sprint car competitor out of the Ohsweken Speedway. So Steele is going to try and make a move. We've got Cote and the 35 of Connor Ross make contact off of turn 2. Ross gets airborne, back down on all 4 wheels, but he's going to lose a ton of ground. And meanwhile, now we're shaking it up here from 3rd place on back. The big dog in that altercation. Big dog moves up to 3rd. Right now he's in the show. Chris Steele's in the show. He rides 4th, but he's got Ross Carinta all over his back bumper. Carinta, the Twisted Motorsports number 10, pulls up on the back bumper of Steele. They are coming to the checkered flag. Who's gonna make it to the show? It's Chris Steele. Chase Swafford will get the win. Braden Finsel will come home 2nd. Beagle will finish 3rd, and Chris Steele holds off Ross Carinta to put it into the A main. A little bit later on tonight, 40 laps will be the distance for tonight's A main. And boy, what a thriller that was there in heat race number 2. Lots of action all over the racetrack. Let's go ahead and give you the rundown here for heat race number 3 as they get gridded up here. Starting on the pole in car number 200, that is Jeff Floro out of Cornwall, Ontario, Canada. That's Jeff Floro, the 200. Starting to his outside aboard car number 51 out of Fort Wayne, Indiana. That is Shorty, Jonathan Short. Row 2 to the inside out of Central New York. Driver of the 513 out of Brewerton, New York. That is Jeffrey Barker. Jeffrey Barker, the 513. Starting to his outside, one of your fast timers here tonight, Skylar Castor in car number 18. Skylar Castor, the 18. Derek Moore in car number 91 out of Welland, Ontario will start in 5th. Starting to his outside. In car number 20, that is Kevin Fry out of Burleson, Texas. The Splash Haven Pools, Sustair Plumbing, Dirt Defender, number 20. Starting alongside each other in row number 4 will be the 181, the Rock, Randy Rockwell, out of Warren, Pennsylvania, to his outside in the car 161. That is Maxime Langevin. Row 5 will be Preston Cramner in the 07. He's out of Aylett, Virginia, the Aylett Outlaw. And to his outside aboard the 803, that is Jared Shipley. And starting out back in this one will be car number 53, driver they call Doc, Steve Murdoch out of Kitchener, Ontario. And to his outside, the 805 of Jaden Larson. Field making their way through turns 3 and 4, coming to the green flag this time. All 4 tires of the pace truck got to be off the racetrack. Floro hits the trigger, and we are underway with heat race number 3. Floro with a big jump through 1 and 2, and he is going to take a 4-car length lead into turn number 3. Here comes Shorty running in position number 2. Good battle back behind these guys as Skylar Castor trying to make something happen. But here comes Kevin Fry. Fry will take it to the top shelf. Up there where Mama hides the cookies, you know it. Oh, I think Fry got a piece of the 51 of Short. Short somehow got upside down back on 4 tires, and we continue on. But that is going to jumble up the running order here just a bit. As they streak across the line, Floro continues to lead. Fry running in 2. Skylar Castor 3, and right now Derek Moore holds on to that 4th and final transfer spot. And he has got a fast Jeffrey Barker trying to chase him down. And while I say that, Moore is trying to put pressure on Skylar Castor. None of these guys can afford to make a mistake right now. As Floro leads Fry, Castor, Moore, and Barker the top 5. Moore is the bubble car as they haul it off into turn number 1. Moore saying to himself right now, I just need to put down 2 more solid laps here as they come down the line to take the 2 to go signal. 2 laps to go here for Jeff Floro. And just as we'd say that, Fry is closing the gap on Floro for the lead. Battle for the lead, coming to the white flag this time. Boy, Fry got the fence, and he is gonna lose that last spot as he was running 2nd. And that moves Jeffrey Barker into a transfer spot. Checkered flag is in the air. Jeff Floro will pick up the win. 2nd across the line will be Skylar Castor. 3rd, Derek Moore. Jeffrey Barker, what a stroke of luck for him. He will transfer to tonight's A main. That'll leave Langevin, Rockwell, Fry, Cranmer, Murdoch, Short, Shipley, and Larson to head to the alphabet soup. So only 3 heat races tonight, and look at this. We have got ourselves an E main. Lordy, lordy. 8 laps for the E main tonight. And we will take 4 cars to the D main. So we are in the E for Edward main. We'll take 4 cars to the D as in dog main. And if you're not familiar with how this all works, they call this the alphabet soup. And the reason for that is all the drivers in the E main would be the drivers that were not able to qualify and finish toward the back of their heat races. You take all those cars, you put them together in the E main. You run an 8-lap race. You take the top 4 cars to go to the D main. You run 10 laps of the D main. You take 4 cars to go to the C main. Then you run 12 laps in the C main to go 4 cars to the B main. Then you run 14 laps in tonight's B main to take what I believe will be 12 cars to tonight's A main. So there you have it for the format. And as you go up a race, you go through the alphabet soup. So pretty easy to see how that all works. So, starting lineup for the E main tonight. Jonathan Short, Boise got his work cut out for him tonight. He'll start on the pole alongside Greg Boydell in the 14. Row 2 to the inside will be Barry Goldner, the 36, and starting to his outside is supposed to be Jared Shipley, but he has not made the call. Bruce Hilton will start alongside him. Casey Askew has not made the call here for the E main. Neither has Jaden Larson or Ty Williams. So only 4 cars out here. All 4 of them will go to the D main. And if you're saying to yourself, well, if all 4 cars are going to the E-Main. Why are we running this? Well, it's all based on cars that are scheduled to run in this race. And if all of them don't make the call, then so be it. And basically, as the green flag comes out right now, this is a great 4-lap test session for these guys to see how much this track has changed and see what they need for tonight's D-Main. Again, all 4 of these cars are going to transfer. Jonathan Short leads them here on lap number 1. So only a victory on paper here in this one, as this is, just like we said, going to be a test session here to see what these guys might have for the D-Main, and they're going to be starting at the back of the starting lineup in that 10-lap or that 8-lap D-Main. No, excuse me, 10-lap D-Main. So Jonathan Short continues to lead. Steve Ovens here in the booth with you from 3-9 Streaming and Turn 5 Media, bringing you live coverage of the Ohsweken Outlaws Racing League here from the VOLUSIA Speedway Park. Again, my name's Steve Ovens, weekly announcer out of the Land of Legends Raceway in Canandaigua, New York, formerly Canandaigua Speedway, Canandaigua Motorsports Park, now called the Land of Legends Raceway. And a lot of the drivers that you see here with the Ohsweken Outlaws Racing League, they spend their Friday nights up at the Ohsweken Speedway. And this is the Race to Rivalz Mini Series, brought to you by Strickland Brantford GM. 2 laps to go here for Jonathan Short in tonight's E-Main. He'll come down to get the white flag this time by Greg Boydell, right in his footsteps off of turn 4. As they will work down the back straightaway for the final time. Short will set it up in turns 3 and 4. And your E-Main winner tonight will be Jonathan Short. Short will get the win. Boydell will come home 2. Barry Goldner 3. Bruce Hilton will start shotgun in tonight's 10-lap D-Main. So the horn has sounded here for the D-Main cars to make their way to the grid. Let's tell you how they're going to line up. Starting on the pole in the 10-lap D-Main, aboard car number 2, that's Matthew Croakey out of Grand Forks, North Dakota. The Acme Tools, Joe Blackspar, Greg's Lawn Care, number 2. To his outside, aboard car number 27, that's Big C, Casey Sowich. Casey Sowich in car number 27 out of Tolan, Connecticut. Starting row 2 to the inside will be Doc, Steve Murdoch aboard the 53 out of Kitchener, Ontario. Starting to his outside in car number 49, that is Patrick Maltese. Patrick Maltese in the 49, row 3 to the inside. In car number 35 out of Cambridge, Ontario, that's Connor Ross. And starting to his outside will be the E-Main winner, Jonathan Short. And your final 3 starters from the E-Main transferring to this D-Main, Greg Boydell, the 14, the 36 of Barry Goldner, and the 10 of Bruce Hilton. So here we go with tonight's D-Main. 10 laps the distance, 4 cars out of this 8-car field, 9-car field, will make it to tonight's C-Main. And we appreciate you joining us here with the Ohsweken Outlaws Racing League, 3-9 Streaming and Turn 5 Media, bringing you all the coverage here. 3-9 Streaming, a division of 3-9 Design Company. You can check them out on Facebook. And while you're out on the old Facebook, be sure to check out the Ohsweken Outlaws Racing League. Just put that in the search box, Ohsweken Outlaws Racing League on Facebook, and you can keep up with all of the updates, video highlights, as well as all of the happenings. Your driver Here as Ross turns it underneath Sowich for position number 3. That puts Sowich on the bubble and he's under fire. Here comes Maltese down to the bottom. Patrick Maltese trying to battle with Sowich for the final transfer spot. One car's up into the fence. I believe that was Murdoch in the 53. So that moves Connor Ross up to position number 2. So Ross runs 2, Sowich runs 3, Maltese runs 4, and now here comes Bruce Hilton trying to put a charge on the 49 of Maltese for the final transfer spot. They'll shuffle off of turn 4. Here comes Goldner now as Hilton gets a great run in the corner. Sowich got high and Maltese will take the 3rd spot. So one more time, Sowich is now the bubble card. He is on the bubble, and here comes Bruce Hilton. Hilton is going to follow his tire tracks into turn 1. I'll tell you what, Sowich looks awfully tight on the entrance to the corner. Look at Hilton turn underneath him. Oh, but Sowich with a power move in turn 4 will reclaim the 4th spot. Sowich takes it in on the outside of turn 1, holds on to position number 4. Hilton is staying true down to the bottom. He's going to trout fish down along the wall, but Sowich with the momentum off of turn 4 will hold on to the transfer spot. Drama here in heat in the D main tonight. Your top 2 cars, Croaky and Ross, solidly in position. Maltese runs 3, Sowich is 4. Sowich a little tight into turn 1 again, and Hilton tries to turn underneath. So Hilton looking down low into turn number 3. Oh, that car got a little loose on him. Could not hold it. As now Sowich goes to the outside of Maltese into turn number 1. 3 cars under a blanket. Only 2 of them will go to the C main. White flag is coming out this time. No, excuse me, that was the checkered flag. That was the checkered flag, ladies and gentlemen. Matthew Croaky picks up the win here in tonight's D main. Connor Ross will finish 2nd. Sowich holds on to 3rd, and Patrick Maltese, by the hair on his chinny chin, will pick up the 4th and final transfer spot to go to tonight's 12-lap C main. Wow. If that's the kind of racing we're going to see here for the rest of this night, you fans are in for a treat. So again, Stricklands, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac out of Brantford, Ontario, bringing you live coverage here of the Ohsweken Outlaws Racing League. C-Main, 12 laps the distance. Let's tell you about how they're going to line up. Starting on the pole in tonight's C-Main, driving car number 949, a young driver to keep your eye on, making his first appearance tonight with the Renegades division. That is Tanner Van Doren. Tanner Van Doren in car 949, starting to his outside, will be the Bass Man in the Ohsweken Speedway. Ohsweken Outlaws number 747. Row 2 to the inside will be Kevin Fry. The Fry guy will start 3rd to his outside. In car number 39 is Jordan Hack. Jordan Hack, tough luck in his heat race. He'll start 4th in tonight's C-Main. Row 3 to the inside will be the 21 of Ron Meister. Ron Meister out of Madison, Wisconsin, starting his outside, will be the 07 of Preston Cranmer out of Aylett, Virginia. The final row, row 5, will be the 27 of Casey Sowich. In the 27, Big C will start 9th, and starting to his outside, the 49 of Patrick Maltese. So, C-Main getting ready to go here. Appreciate all you folks tuning in tonight to our live stream, and bear with me with my voice tonight. 3rd night in a row of racing action here, as we had a Saturday night event out at the Land of Legends that partially got rained out to Sunday, so might be a little bit on the struggle bus here with the old chops, but we'll see what we got for you here with tonight's 12-lap C-Main. Pace truck off the racetrack. Green flag is out. Van Doren with a great start, and Kevin Fry was right there with him. Fry with a slide job into turn number 2. We've got cars making contact. One car upside down in turn 2. And that is going to take those guys out of the running here to try to get one of these top 4 spots, as Kevin Fry leads the pack down the back straightaway. Van Doren runs 2. Right now the battle back there is for position number 5. That is Connor Ross and Patrick Maltese. Right now Jordan Hack on the bubble, car 39. As we watch the battle for 5th right now. Now we've got a battle for the lead up front, as Fry and Van Doren going at it here. Fry swings up to the high side. Look at Van Doren, takes it down to the inside. The young hot shoe, slide job into turn 3, and Fry turns right back underneath him. Side by side at the line, and it was Van Doren by 3/1,000ths of a second. But Fry turns back underneath him. Fry will lead to turn number 3. Now Fry trying to diamond the corner just a little bit. Van Doren pulls right back on him. 0.2 of a second the lead for Fry that time. Van Doren gets such a good run off the corner. He is doing a great job, as he's going to try the high-low switch off of turn 4. He'll gain a little bit of ground there. Still 0.2 of a second the lead. Jordan Hack has moved up to 3rd. 4th right now is Matthew Croakey, and that's exactly where he needs to be to transfer into tonight's B main. We will take 4 cars as you watch Fry go down to the inside, lets it drift up to the top. Van Doren doing exactly the opposite, starting out high. That time he comes off the corner high, but watch him into turn 1. He'll enter in high and then try to get a run off of turn 2. He has that run, but not close enough to get up there with Fry. And I'll tell you, Fry is the first car I've seen really work in the bottom lane now, as he is looking at everybody that's been running the outside lane, and now he is going to take it down right along the wall. And I'll tell you, he is really making ground. He has taken a lead that was 0.2 of a second and has stretched it out to almost a full second. 0.9 of a second was the lead that time by for Kevin Fry. Right now Jordan Hack all over the 949 of Van Doren for 2nd. Hack is going to take it out to the inside with a slide job into turn 2. Hack will take 2nd, but out front, Kevin Fry coming to the checkered flag this time by. Fry will win the C main. 2nd across the line will be Van Doren, who got by Hack for 2nd. Croakey will finish 3rd, and that's how they will transfer to tonight's B main. So a great piece of driving there, as picking up the win in tonight's C main was Kevin Fry. That'll bring us up to our 14-lap B main, and we will have, oh, it appears that we've got 10 cars here, and we're taking 12, so it looks like all drivers are going to make the A main tonight. So the B main getting gridded up here. Let's tell you how they're going to start. Matthew Ramsey will start on the pole, starting his outside. Ross Corinta in 10. Maxime Langevin, the 161, will start 3rd. Nathan Meadows will start 4th. Chad Cote will start 11, or start in position number 5 in car number 11. Randy Rockwell will start in 6th. Kevin Fry will start 7th. Tanner Van Doren will start 8th. Jordan Hack will start 9th, and Matthew Croakey will start 10th. 10 cars. 14 laps the distance. Does appear that all cars will make the A main here tonight. So these guys going to get a 14-lap test session to see what they've got for tonight's 40-lap A main. Coming up here in just a few minutes after this B main, we are going to hear from Cody Olson during our 5-minute warm-up session. He's the race director for the Rivalz Elite Division, which will be starting up here in mid-October, and he's going to tell us all about his role and how that happened, and even his own accomplishments here on the iRacing platform. So stay tuned for that. Cody Olson coming up here on our live stream. Strickland Brantford GM bringing you live coverage here, courtesy of 3-9 Streaming and Turn 5 Media here from the VOLUSIA Speedway Park. B main getting ready to take the green flag. Strickland Brantford GM pace truck pulls off of the racetrack. Ramsey hits the gas, and we're underway. VOLUSIA Speedway Park, one of the more tricky places for a green flag start, as generally only the leader is straight coming off the corner. Everybody else still mid-turn as they hit the throttle. Right now, Ramsey out front. Boy, look at the racing back here for position. And now these guys, even though they're going to the A main, they're still jockeying for starting position in tonight's A main. Oh, one car, Corinta, sideways in front of the entire field, and nobody hit him. Wow. That was interesting right there, as Corinta almost had a problem. And let's take a look, Brad, at the 5th place car. Tanner Van Doren is absolutely on fire right now. Van Doren started in position number 8. He's up to 5th. And I think he has got probably one of the best driving cars out here right now. As Van Doren works down the back straightaway, he is going to come up next. His next victim will be Maxime Langevin as Van Doren runs 4th. And he is all over the back end of Langevin through turns 1 and 2. Langevin looks a little bit loose in the 161 as he lets it drift out to the high side. Van Doren following through as he'll take it up to the outside lane and try to get that nice momentum run off of turn 2. Ramsey continues to lead out front. Kevin Fry closing in on him, as we've got a 3-car battle for the lead here, as Langevin has caught them as well. Top 4 cars all within a second of each other here, as Van Doren takes it down to the inside. The youngster will take over position number 3. Oh, look out. Langevin got a piece of the concrete but drives on. Fry looking to the outside of Ramsey for the lead. Ramsey down to the bottom, Fry to the high side. Drag race off of turn number 4. New race leader here on lap number 9. 9 laps in and 5 to go. And you've got a new race leader in Kevin Fry. But Tanner Van Doren is chasing down 2nd place. Ramsey holds on to the 2 spot, but the question is for how long? Tanner Van Doren started 8th. He's up to 3rd. Trying to improve his starting spot in tonight's A main. And what a drive he's putting on. 3 laps to go. Can Van Doren get the 2nd spot? We'll follow him through turns 1 and 2. Van Doren up to the top shelf where Mama hides the cookies. And he's going for 2nd into turn 3. Van Doren nice and steady around turn 4. He'll take over 2nd. So the Tornado takes over 2nd as he pulls away down the back straightaway. Don't think he's got enough time to catch Kevin Fry, who takes the white flag right there. Last trip around here for Kevin Fry. So Fry down the back straightaway for the final time. Driver out of Burleson, Texas. The Splash Haven Pool, Sestair Plumbing, Dirt Defender, number 20, checkered flag in the air. Fry will get the win. Tanner the Tornado Van Doren will finish 2nd. Matthew Ramsey 3rd. Maxime Langevin 4th. Jordan Hack your top 5. Cote will finish 6th. 7th is Croaky. 8th Rockwell. 9th Meadows. Ross Corinta will round out the top 10. My. Storylines aplenty as we get ready for the warm-up session here. 5 minutes in length. 5 minutes in length will be the warm-up session. And while we're in our warm-up, let's go ahead and bring in our special guest of the night, our Stricklands Spotlight, being shown tonight on the new race director for the Rivalz Elite Series. That is none other than Cody Olson. And Cody, welcome aboard here. Welcome to the 3-9 Streaming Studios. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Steven. Appreciate it.
So before we get into your new duties here with the Rivalz Elite Series, tell us a little bit about your background. I know that you were a competitor with the Rivalz Elite Series and really did well last season.
Yeah, I raced with them last, I believe, I can't remember when we started last year, but yeah, I think I finished 9th overall. I missed a few races in there, but overall it was a lot of fun. Very competitive, a lot of good clean racing. There's tons of cars every night.
So with that success being said, you know, my first question is somebody that that's done the same. You know, I love to race, but I love being involved here. What made you want to step aside and take on the role as race director?
I was just kind of excited where Adam and all of them were headed with all of this, and then to see Roger have, you know, kind of the I guess sister league, as you would call it, or partnership with them. You know, I just seen it building, and they only had one season. Went what I thought, in my opinion, was, you know, very well. And after having some conversation, you know, with Adam, you know, in the direction that things are headed and what they had in mind, that I wanted to be a part of that and build on that rather than race. You know, kind of do the work of the greater good versus, you know, trying to advance myself. I mean, I've been on the dirt side of iRacing for over 2.5 years now, so I've definitely put my time in racing and had my fun. I think it would it'd be fun to do the other part of it too and see where we go.
I know that this was something that they talked about on Rivalz Chat last week, and I thought it was a great topic, and I'm sure there's people watching the live stream tonight that may not have seen that, or maybe they did see it, and I'm sure they'll enjoy hearing it again. You guys had a very interesting topic talking about slide jobs, and, you know, not all slide jobs are the same. So as the race director, I know that that's probably something you're going to be taking a look at here as we get ready to fire up with all the different, leagues of racing here on Monday and Tuesday nights.
Yeah, it's actually kind of funny you bring that up. I was actually talking to Roger earlier today about this. Been a little bit. I've been kind of, you know, full-time race director. I mean, it's kind of like getting back on a bike, but, you know, you gotta get back on it for a little bit so you can remember all your tricks. But yeah, I kind of asked Roger to come back and help out so I can kind of get my wheels back and, you know, get my brain clicking in that way. But no, yeah, definitely. I mean, every race that you watch, you're always watching for that slide job. That's like your most notorious move that happens in dirt racing. You know, they're exciting to watch, they're fun, but not all of them as clean as, you know, we would like them to be, and it can definitely cause some havoc. So yeah, it's like we were talking about earlier this week on the show. You know, they're all different. Everyone's kind of unique, and it all depends on an angle. Yeah, you get kind of the same situation, but every one of them's kind of unique. You know, some of them come with a history, you know, between the people, or it's just, you know, hard racing, or, you know, whatever the case may be. You know, you got to take everything into consideration and be as fair and modest as you can, you know, with the decision that you make.
We got about 20 seconds here, Cody. Last question. Is there any piece of advice that you'd give drivers here that are getting ready to have you as a race director?
Just be patient. Just go out there, race hard, but be patient. I mean, if you can learn to get along on the track, you know, you're not gonna have me in your ear, you know, chirping at you or talking to you or anything like that. So as long as you can respect, you know, your fellow drivers, you know, you're not gonna have a problem with me.
Well, Cody, it was great talking to you here. I appreciate you stepping up here to the broadcast booth to have a word with us, and can't wait to work alongside you guys here as we get ready to start the Rivalz Elite Series here in mid-October.
Yeah, thank you, Steve. I appreciate it. I'm definitely excited to be on board and excited to be doing this with you guys. Appreciate you having me.
All right, there's Cody Olson. He'll be the race director for the Rivalz series of leagues here, so it's going to be really exciting to have him on board. Let's go ahead and get ready to tell you the starting lineup. The horn is sounded for tonight's A main. Starting on the pole tonight in the 40-lap A main out of Pendle, Pennsylvania, winner out at the Lanier National Speedway. Driving car number 73, that's Brett Michalski, starting to his outside. In car number 75 is Chase Swafford out of Campbellsville, Kentucky. Jeff Floro will start from position number 3 out of Cornwall, Ontario. Starting to his outside in car number 46 out of Crook, South Dakota, the Dakota Ethanol ride for Joe Backus. Fostoria, Ohio's Braden Finsel, King of the Outlaws, will start 5th. Starting to his outside, Skylar Castor in car number 18. Row 4 to the inside will be Stephen Goldner, and to his outside, the big dog, Ryan Beagle. Derek Moore and Rick Scott will make up row number 5. Row 6 will be Chris Steele and Jeffrey Barker. Starting in row number 7 to the inside will be the 20 of Kevin Fry. To his outside, Tanner the Tornado Van Doren in the 949. Matthew Ramsey and Maxime Langevin will make up row number 8. Row number 9 will be Jordan Hack and Chad Cote in the 11. And your final 2 rows will be the 2 of Matthew Croakey, the 181 of Randy Rockwell, and then the 17 of Nathan Meadows and the 10 of Ross Carinta. Wave lap here at the Volusia Speedway Park as the fans wave off the field here. Getting ready to go here with tonight's 40-lap A main 22 cars. Scheduled to take the green flag. Brett Michalski, Chase Swafford, your front row. 40 laps the distance. Race fans, it's time to sit down and hold on to your seats because these men, by the grace of God, iRacing and 800 horsepower, are ready to go to work. Green flag is in the air. Race to Rivalz Mini Series Week 3 is on, and we're racing down the back straightaway. Brett Michalski, your early leader, and we've got trouble. Yellow, yellow, yellow on the racetrack. Caution flag is out, our first caution of the event, and it comes on lap number 1. So yellow lights are on here for the first time. Brett Michalski shown as your leader. Swafford quickly holding on to position number 2. Jeff Floro sits in position number 3. Joe Backus running in 4. 5 is Braden Finsel. Driver they call the King of the Outlaws after his championship night win out at the Knoxville Raceway just a few weeks back to end season number 1. So Brett Michalski, pretty stout sprint car driver on the big tracks in his own right. Picked up a huge win earlier this season. First 410 win of his career. And when you can get your first 410 win down in Central PA, man, you have definitely done something. As it will be a single file restart. Only 1 lap on the board, so not a lot of drivers making any huge gains in position. We will monitor that throughout the race. We always like to see who is making hard charges through the pack. But we are getting ready to go back green flag racing, this time off of turn number 4. Brantford GM Pace Truck has to have all 4 tires off of the racetrack. Michalski hits the loud pedal, and we're back to green. So green flag is out. Michalski lets it slide out to the outside lane. He's got Swafford all over the back bumper of him. Floro, Backus, Finsel. Right now your top 5, but they have got company. Because right behind Finsel is Skylar Castor as they'll now battle with Backus. Finsel down to the inside of Backus. He'll take over 4th to turn number 3. Backus is right there, though, running through the middle, trying to get that momentum run, but Finsel has him at the line. Now Finsel will go to the outside, and they're almost 3 wide off of turn 2. Now Finsel trying to attack Floro here for position as we've got a battle for the lead. Lead off of turn number 4, and now as they go side by side into turn 1, we've got racing all over the place. Michalski to the outside, Swafford down to the inside. Battle for the lead into turn number 3. They'll work off turn 4. New race leader here on lap number 9. It's Chase Swafford. Make it lap number 8 for Swafford with the lead change. Michalski running in 2. Finsel is 3, Floro is 4, and that's where the battle is right now. Look at Chris Steele on the outside. Steele making a bid to crack into the top 5, as now Floro on the outside of Castor, and Steele's going to grease up the sides and go right through the middle. Slip, slide, and he was taking a bath into turn 3. Steele's up to 5 and looking for 4 on Castor. Oh, what a move. And now Finsel around the outside of Brett Michalski. So the Bald Buckeye takes over the 2 spot, working the top shelf. They're off of turn 4. Michalski will reclaim the 2 spot as he got underneath Finsel off turn 4. Castor runs 4. Steele 5, and now here comes the big dog, Ryan Beagle, putting that left front tire right along the concrete into turn 3. He battles with Chris Steele at the line, and now the big dog's up to the top 5. So right now, 2 real good battles to watch here. The big dog and Steele doing battle. Michalski and Finsel doing battle for 2nd. Michalski continues to hold off Finsel, but the question is for how long can he do it? Oh, Finsel caught the guardrail, got the whole front end in the air that time into turn 3. Finsel is really pushing the limit on the outside. Now he turns underneath Michalski. What a crossover move. Finsel down to the inside. He'll take over 2nd, and here comes Skylar Castor coming with him. The teammates, all 3 of them, under a blanket off turn 4. Meanwhile, Chase Swafford continues to lead out front, but the battle for 2nd is a good one. Finsel has 2. Castor takes 3 away from Michalski, but Michalski on the high side reclaims the 3 spot. Castor will turn underneath him one more time. Finsel got the outside, the right rear tire a little too loose off of turn 2 that time. Michalski turns underneath him. Can he take the 2 spot at the line? No, he will not. 3-car battle for the 2nd spot off turn number 2. Finsel, Michalski, Castor, all doing battle here, coming up on lap number 18. You thought this was exciting. We still got more than half this race to go. They're now starting to catch lap traffic as they will put a lap on Rick Scott, and the yellow comes out. Yellow lights are on here on lap number 17. So caution lights are on. 17 laps on the board. Rick Scott will get the Ohsweken Outlaws lucky dog as he will get the wave around the field. Swafford continues to lead here in car number 75. Braden Finsel runs in the 2nd spot. 3rd is Skylar Castor. 4th is, Brett Michalski is 3rd. Skylar Castor 4th. Chris Steele right now rounding out the top 5. I think your hard charger of the race so far is Ross Corinta, started 22nd, currently up to position number 13. So Corinta's doing a nice job getting his way up through the field. As cars taking their wave arounds here under the yellow flag. Riding on board here with Braden Finsel. And I'll tell you, that is a great shot right there. That would be really interesting to see what happens here on this restart. As let's do that. Let's go ahead and ride along with Braden Finsel here for this restart. Coming up on lap number 21. We'll put lap 22 on the board next time by. So, field coming back to the restart this time by. We're riding on board with Braden Finsel. Right behind Swafford for the restart. Swafford hits the gas and we're back underway. So Finsel, oh, here goes Finsel trying to make a move on the outside. Battle for the lead off turn 2. New race leader. It's the bald Buckeye, Braden Finsel. You rode on board with him as he made the move through turns 1 and 2. Swafford got him at the line though. Wow, new race leader again, it's Swafford, and now the yellow comes out. Wow, what an exchange. 23 laps on the board. Oh, that was exciting. Yes, sir. So the question is, okay, they did not hit the timing. All right, so based on the timing loop, Braden Finsel is scored as the leader of this race. As you see the incident on the racetrack, one car got into the fence there. 3-9 Streaming doing a great job bringing you that replay of the incident that put us under the yellow. 25 laps now on the board, 15 to go. And boy, you got to watch Braden Finsel. You rode on board with him as he made the move into turn 1. It looked like Swafford got a little sideways, got a little loose entering turn 1 and scrubbed off just enough speed to let Finsel drive around the outside. As you ride on board with Finsel, and what a shot that was coming back to that restart. And we are coming back to a restart next time by. White flag will be on the racetrack this time by. So Braden Finsel out of Fostoria, Ohio, the king of the Ohsweken Outlaws, as he picked up the win at Knoxville Raceway a few weeks ago on championship night of season number 1. Right now we race the week number 3 of the Race to Rivalz Mini Series. If you want to learn more about the Ohsweken Outlaws Racing League, type that right into Facebook. So here we go. Field coming back to the green. Finsel quickly on the pedal, and we're back underway as you ride along with Brett Michalski through turns 1 and 2. Michalski running third. Right behind Swafford and the 1 of Finsel. Yellow lights are back on. Yellow, yellow, yellow here on lap number 28. So caution lights are on here. As Braden Finsel continues to lead here at the VOLUSIA Speedway Park, week number 3 of the Race to Rivalz Mini Series. Brought to you by Stricklands, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, and Cadillac. Stricklands out of Brantford, Ontario, Canada. If you're looking for a new Chevy, Buick, GMC, or Cadillac, there's only one place we go to. That's Stricklands in Brantford, Ontario. Strickland's proud partner of the Ohsweken Outlaws Racing League and proud partner of the Ohsweken Speedway. So the Ohsweken Outlaws Racing League bringing you week number 3 of the Race to Rivalz Mini Series. We have 5 weeks of races here for the mini series, followed by week 6, which is a championship night. And if you didn't get this chance to see championship night from Knoxville, I highly recommend you go check that out right on the Ohsweken Outlaws Racing League Facebook page. Live streaming each and every week here of the Ohsweken Outlaws Racing League right here on 3-9 Streaming in conjunction with Turn 5 Media. My name is Steve Ovens here in the booth calling all the action for you tonight. Weekly announcer out at the Land of Legends Raceway in Canandaigua, New York. We're happy to bring you coverage here tonight. Looking for a restart, this time off of turn number 4. Braden Finsel. Oh, Finsel quick on the gas. Off of turn 4, we're back underway. So Finsel trying to get the jump there. He takes the lead off of turn 2, and boy, did he get high off turn 2. Oh, he almost got the guardrail that time. Now Brett Michalski, has he saved the Hoosiers for a late race run? He's trying to turn underneath of the 75, but Swafford into turn 3. Skylar Castor runs 4 right behind them. And Swafford right now fighting a very, very loose race car. Oh, contact back there between Michalski and Castor. Michalski keeps it going, but Chris Steele moves up to 4. Now looking for 3 off turn 2. Yellow lights are back on here on lap 33. So caution is out. 3 cars looks like is involved in this one. As Michalski, let's watch here, you got a replay. Little bit of contact there from the front bumper of Castor as they worked through 3 and 4. And what a piece of driving by Michalski to keep that car straight. Wow. That was impressive. Jeff Flaro given an EOL penalty here for, I would imagine, involvement in that last incident. So lap 35 on the board, 5 laps to go now. In the event that we have a yellow flag and we get to the advertised distance, they do make 1 attempt at a green-white checkered finish. As it looks right now, I believe we're going to have a 3-lap dash to the checkers. They should take the white flag this time by, which will give us 4 laps to go, and we should have 3 to go next time by. So Braden Finsel showing the way, driver out of Fostoria, Ohio, the Finsel Motorsports, Slammer Sports Bar, Linder Speed Equipment, Brady's Body Shop, DMI, Pro Shocks, Kistler Engines, Elite Wings, number F1 for the king of the Ohsweken Outlaws. Chase Swafford in the 75 out of Campbellsville, Kentucky, 21-year-old. Out of good old Kentucky, Chris Steele running in 3rd. Skylar Castor 4, and the Mustard Seeds 46 of Joe Backus running 5th. Finsel on the gas, green flag is out. We ride along with Chase Swafford to turn number 1. Swafford takes it down to the inside, right along the concrete wall, trying to get a run. Swafford is hoping that Finsel's burned up the outside lane. Yellow lights are back on. Here with 3 laps to go. Excuse me, 2 to go. So 2 laps to go. Yellow lights quickly back on. That should set us up for a green-white checkered finish. Braden Finsel out front. Chase Swafford running in 2. Chris Steele 3. Skylar Castor 4. Joe Backus right now your top 5. Our test run that we did here with the Ohsweken Outlaws Racing League, Joe Backus running in 5th right now, picked up the big win that night. He was driving the Dakota Ethanol ride that night. Tonight, he's in the Mustard Seeds 46. He won that race by leading the last 50 feet. Jordan Hack, that was competing here tonight, ran out of gas off turn 4 in our trial run. Joe Backus picked up a big win. And right now he runs top 5. And it looks like that is going to be it for this one. No green-white checkered tonight. Just getting word, no green-white checkered tonight, and that is going to do it. Braden Finsel is going to pick up the win. Second tonight is going to be Chase Swafford. Chris Steele will finish 3rd. Skylar Castor will finish 4th. Joe Backus 5th. 6 through 10, Jeffrey Barker, Brett Michalski, Derek Moore, Ross Carinta, 22nd to 9th. I believe that'll be good enough for our hard charger tonight. And rounding out the top 10 tonight will be Ryan the Big Dog Beagle. 11 through 22 finishers tonight: Stephen Goldner, Maxime Langevin, Kevin Fry, Matthew Ramsey, Matthew Croakey, Tanner Van Doren, Jeff Lauro, Nathan Meadows, Rick Scott, Chad Cote, Jordan Hack, Randy Rockwell, and Randy Rockwell finishing 22nd tonight. So there you have it. Our top 3 finishers. We're going to get a word with them here in just a moment, and we're going to start it off with our second place finisher, Chase Swafford, in the 75. Chase, what a race between you and Braden Finsel tonight. What more did you need to try and get the win there?
Honestly, I don't know. Braden's such a quick guy, and he's so good to run with. I made a few changes between warm-up and feature, but I don't know what else I could have done.
You had a great car early on. Did your car really change a lot for you tonight as the race went on?
It kind of felt the same throughout. I just didn't have as much grip on the bottom at the end. I was actually expecting to be faster on the top. That's surprisingly not how it turned out.
Yeah, absolutely. And, as so many guys ran the top tonight, I was kind of expecting that top side to go away as the race went on, and it just didn't seem like it happened that way.
Yeah, I kept looking at it under the yellows, and it didn't look like there was much up there, so I kind of thought the same, that it'd go away, back the bottom would come back, and I'd drive around.
Isn't that the beauty of dirt racing, though? You just never know what that dirt's going to do.
Exactly.
Well, man, you had a great run here for second. As we like to do each and every week, tell us a little bit about your racing background outside of the iRacing servers.
I really wasn't into it that much. I was into R Factor quite a bit with sim fans, but that's about all I ever did. And then I moved over to iRacing and ran some asphalt and then dirt.
Awesome, man. Well, great job tonight. Tell us about anybody you'd like to thank here for your second place run.
Yeah, I'd like to thank the team, Parabellum Motorsports. They've helped me out quite a bit here recently. And the admins for putting on this series. It's the best group I've found to run with so far, with competition and how they run it.
Well, appreciate those kudos, and kudos to you, man. Second place run tonight. Not too bad here in week number 3 of the Race to Rivals series. Great job.
Thanks, man.
All right, Chase Swafford finishing second here tonight. We're now going to hear from our third place finisher. And Chris Steele, this is the second week in a row we get to talk to each other after the races. Great run tonight.
Yeah, thank you. I got to work on my qualifying. It gets really tough starting kind of mid-pack to get up and race with Finzel and them up there. So I got to work on my qualifying, I guess.
You started 11th tonight, got your way up to 3rd by the time the checkered flag flew. Was patience kind of the key for you tonight, getting your way up through there?
Yeah, for sure. I definitely capitalized on some guys' inconsistencies, and some cautions fell at the right time. And I just, I think I'm lucky to be in 3rd. my car was not that good. So I'll take a third.
So
yeah,
we top lane for you tonight, Chris?
Yeah, again, just running where nobody else is, and nobody was really up top there. Just kind of running the middle, kind of sliding up and trying to keep my momentum up. So yeah, it worked out all right.
Well, great job here for this second week in a row, getting a podium finish, and we'll see you back here the next time you come back with us here. And I know that it's always such a pressure-packed situation there in qualifying, but I'm sure as we go, things will get a little bit better, and we'll see you up here toward the front, maybe from starting up here in the front.
Yeah, hopefully we can, like I said, qualify better and maybe start up front and actually try and give Braden Finzel a run for his money. So we're trying.
Tell us about the folks that help you out on the 80 machine.
Yeah, I got a lot of sponsors here. Safaro Stucco, KB Contracting, Lazani Homes, FM Carpentry, TriStar Forming, Builder Slinger Services, DA Drywall, Gulfy Concrete, and then obviously Stricklands for putting all this broadcast together. So it's good.
Congratulations, Chris. Great run tonight for a podium finish, and we'll see you again next time.
Yep, we'll be there.
All right, there's Chris Steele finishing in third place tonight. And that'll bring us to our winner tonight. We've had a few conversations with this guy. Picked up the championship night win at Knoxville a few weeks ago and puts one in the win column tonight. Braden Finzel, congratulations, man.
Thanks, Steven. Pretty cool once again to say the same thing that I said last week. Sweeping the night is really cool to say. So first race at Eldora was really tricky. It was definitely a challenge, and this one was even more challenging. I was fighting on the top and just doing everything I could. And Chase was giving me a run for my money, and I saw Chris coming, and my teammates Brett and Skyler, they were right there too. This league's a lot of fun, and I'm just really pumped about this win. Happy to take this one home.
It looked like the tricky part, at least from the broadcast booth, it looked like the tricky part for you was turn 2. There was a few times that it didn't look like you could have fit a sheet of paper between you and the turn 2 guardrail.
Yeah, I was really struggling. I was trying to slide up for the grip or towards the grip, and a couple times there was a little hill kind of thing, and I would hit it, and I thought I was airborne. So I'm just really glad that I didn't. I knew I was cutting close a couple times, so that's why I kind of tried to back it down a little bit, and then Chase had me on my toes, and I knew I had to step it back up. So definitely a challenge. So hats off to him, and just got to say thanks to everyone on the Cushion Pushing Motorsports, Slammer Sports Bar, Leonard Speed Equipment, NGK, Brad the Body Shop, Commercial Carpet and Tile, Cardio's OK, Real Geese. Then I got to say thanks to everyone at Stricklands GM, 39 Streaming, Turn 5 Media, and Ohsweken Outlaws for putting on a great league. And thanks to Roger for putting all this together. So just got to say thanks to everyone a part of this. A lot of fun.
A lot of fun it was. We talked about turn 2 a second ago. Let's go down to the other end of the speedway, 3 and 4. I was kind of surprised that 3 and 4 didn't burn off. It seemed like that line was there for you all race long.
Yeah, I was just as surprised. I thought eventually it would go away and I'd have to move and start searching again, but top stayed there the whole time. I was just really trying to stay on it all the way around and just stay in the grip as much as I could to get the best run off. But front stretch was really, really bouncy, or bumpy, I mean. And so I was bouncing all around, especially on the restarts. When you get going, you're going through the slick, and then you start bouncing all around. You got to get off the throttle. It's just really tricky. So, yeah, it's going to be something to lean on towards next week in the first race. So, but like I said, we'll take it to win and learn from it and go on.
Well, just a little tip for you. Go back and watch the live stream, man, because we were riding on board with you when you made the move for the lead on that one restart. That was really exciting. And again, great job this week. And thank you for giving our fans something to be on the edge of their seats about tonight.
Thanks, Steven. Yeah, it all wouldn't be possible unless it was for Roger Craig. So he puts a great league together. So thanks to Roger and everyone.
Absolutely. Great job, man. Braden Finsel, winner tonight at the Volusia Speedway Park. Again, this was week 3 of the Race to Rivalz Mini Series. 3 weeks now in the books. We've got 2 left plus championship night. So coming up next week, the Rebels division at 8 o'clock Eastern will be right here at the Volusia Speedway Park. And then at 9:30 p.m., we'll take over coverage here on 39 Streaming and Turn 5 Media from the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway. 9:30 p.m. coverage of the Renegades division, brought to you by Stricklands, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, and Cadillac out of Brantford, Ontario. Want to thank everybody for joining our coverage here tonight from the Volusia Speedway Park. For our executive producer, Brad Ovens, and the 39 Streaming Studios in Penn Yan, New York. My name is Steve Ovens, and again, like the series on Facebook, Ohsweken Outlaws Racing League. Just type that right into the search bar in Facebook. You can find all the information you need on these guys. And until next Monday at 9:30, my name's Steve Ovens saying thank you for tuning in. We will see you here next Monday from Charlotte. Good night, everybody.